a member of a historic El Paso club, Trevor often plays the role of a historian and ambassador to friends and clients and prospects whom he invited to dine or drink there with him. Today, you are all his guests on a tour of the history and even a sneak peek into the members only area of the historic El Paso Club. Let's welcome Trevor.
Well, welcome to the El Paso Club.
Thank you.
I'm actually even wearing my El Paso Club tie today. Whoa. Who's been to the El Paso Club before? Okay.
Wow.
How many of you have never heard of the El Paso Club? All right, well, what a treat. Most people don't know what this building is about. They recognize the green awning that extends from the building down to Tejon, to Platt, at Platt and Tejon. It's on the northwest corner of Platt and Tejon, downtown. So it's been there only since about 1890, so if you haven't seen it yet, you might get by. But not only is it members only, that kind of makes it a sacrosanct place. But I'm going to take you on a tour that few people get to see. What many people only know about the El Paso Club is the fact that it's a men's club. And that certainly drives some controversy in our city. In fact, the Gazette had this article in 2011 when the club voted to go co-ed or not, and it failed 2-1. And there's reasons for that, but that's not my topic for today. To get to some of the history of it, though, here's some dates to know. General Palmer founded the city of Colorado Springs in 1871. 1874, Colorado College was founded. In 1876, Colorado became a state. And finally, in 1877, General Palmer, along with some of his friends, founded the El Paso Club. Now, the reason they did this, General Palmer founded Colorado Springs to be a resort destination. He named it Little London, wanting to attract visitors not only from the east, but from across the Atlantic. And he brought his railroad here, the Denver-Rio Grande Railroad, to help with that passenger travel down from Denver. And actually a major railroad hub at the time was Pueblo. So, with his railroad being here and gold being discovered up in Cripple Creek, Colorado Springs was fast becoming not a resort destination, but just another Old West town with saloons and brothels. You may know General Palmer was a Quaker, so he was super conservative. He, as a Quaker, didn't drink and was very devoted to his religion and was also a pacifist, which there's also an interesting story about General Palmer being a pacifist and also being a general. But he wasn't happy about the path Colorado Springs was taking with the saloons and the brothels, and so he and some like-minded fellows got together to create a place where men could fellowship without the temptations of liquor and women. Well, the no liquor thing didn't last. Otherwise, this gentleman probably never would have been president of the club. You guys recognize this young man? Spencer Penrose. Speck was known to be quite the partier.
Oh yeah.
The good general founded our Antlers Hotel, and Spencer Penrose tried to buy it, and when he couldn't, he said, "Fine, I'll build my own, and it'll be better than yours," and built the Broadmoor. I think my favorite story about Spencer Penrose is that he had a glass eye. Did you know that? Actually, even more interestingly, he had 2 glass eyes. The other was a spare that was bloodshot, so that he could match his good eye after that rough evening. So, yes, after the demise of our beloved General Palmer in about 1917, Spencer Penrose was president of our club. So let's walk in the door. This is the lobby area of the club. It's very nice inside. You'll notice the hand-done wood. That's, I think, part of what makes the El Paso Club really pretty special. The artistry that is involved in that we just don't have today. This is the East Room, or the library. Good place to throw a little cocktail party. Off to our left here is the bar. And you'll see the fireplace behind me, where the tiles around that are actually Van Briggle tiles. And the fun thing about the dining room is that it was added on to the house that became the club in 1890. Not to accommodate a dining room, but this long, narrow extension of the El Paso Club was built on to accommodate 3 bowling lanes. Anybody in 1900 who was anybody had bowling lanes. Imagine having to set the pens up and return the ball each time. It's not automated. Now, let's go upstairs to one of the members-only sections of the club. So, General Palmer created this venue for men to fellowship without the temptations of liquor and women. What did men do 140 years ago to fellowship?
Smoke cigars?
Cards.
Certainly did. They played cards, they shot pool, they smoked cigars. So this is the billiard room upstairs at the club. And then, because there's not time to take you to the 3rd floor, I'm going to take you into the even more sacrosanct men's grill. This room is hidden off the lobby behind a bookshelf. So you must walk through the bookshelf to step into the men's grill, which looks like this. It's a beautiful old building. You might notice the bell that's behind the bar. There was also a bell upstairs in the billiards room, but basically if you ring the bell it means you bought the house around. And there's even a quote that says, "He who rings the bell in jest buys a drink for all the rest." As I wrap up my time here, I'll let you know some of the other special visitors who have been to our club, to include you. We also had General Grant, Teddy Roosevelt, Oscar Wilde, Nikola Tesla, and even Will Rogers. I'll leave you with, in 1924, KKK was getting a foothold in Colorado, and the members of the El Paso Club banded together and threatened to expose their membership, who had actually taken over control of the state assembly. And they threatened to expose them and basically ran them out of town and out of the state. And also, as we started to try and attract the Air Force and the Army to Colorado Springs, those meetings took place at our dear El Paso Club. So as we leave, here's a view of the building. I'm so glad you came. Look forward to having you come again.